where horror lies.
Hey guys, Rob from Georgia here with you. I'm your regular Wednesday evening host here at Body Bags. It is week 431. It is theme week. It is Dollar Tree Horror Week. And that is interesting. I believe that is the first time ever done on Body Bags. So really this week is about all the stuff that we have picked up, with emphasis on one particular film, what we picked up in the Dollar Tree and why you, if you haven't or never have, need to check out your local Dollar Trees. It may be worth it, and you may think so. I hope you do by the end of this review or this week. But my selection, I got about 30 films that I have picked up over time from the Dollar Tree. Generally around Halloween, Christmas are two good times, or throughout the summer. It really depends on your Dollar Tree. It really does depend. It's sort of like phases, and you generally know because if you're plugged into any of the Facebook groups, people start posting in a hurry of Dollar Tree finds. So anyways, I got about 30 on my collection. A few of them really big surprises, like how the heck did this end up in the Dollar Tree? But Yakuza Apocalypse, Takashi Miike film from 2015, is one of the ones that I picked up in the Dollar Tree, and it's one of the ones I'm thinking, how does Takashi Miike get into the Dollar Tree? I am not sure, especially a movie this freaking fantastic. But before I sort of dive into this, I want to share something real quick. I got this really cool book here, Lovecraft and a World in Transition, selected essays on Lovecraft by S.T. Joshi, which, if you have the Vestron release of Dagon, Joshi has a small little documentary on there with he's being interviewed and talks about the film and Lovecraft and stuff, which is pretty nifty. But anyways, he raises the point, and I want to use this to sort of bring emphasis to what kind of movie this is. When it comes to aesthetics, in terms of foundations of weird literature, he talks about the importance, Lovecraft does, the importance of atmosphere, the cosmic point of view, the superiority of impressions and images over the mere mechanics of plot. His essay has stood the test of time and has little improved upon by subsequent scholarship. This idea of images overwhelming the sense of any real structured, clear narrative is something that, of course, in a few Fulci movies is why some of us love and adore those The Gates of Hell trilogy, especially The City of the Living Dead and The Beyond. But Takashi Miike, he sort of taps into the same idea. And when you watch Yakuza Apocalypse, it is definitely image heavy over the mechanics of plot. There are set pieces here. I believe they're just there because he thought they would be beautiful and splendid to look at, and they are. Holy crap, is this movie a beautiful movie. How do you compress this story? It is really basically about a crime boss, a Yakuza crime boss, who has an up-and-comer who he's keeping pretty close to him, Kageyama, who will be the star of the film. And I can't remember, it seems like maybe it was Inside Job, maybe. I think the crime boss is sort of set up. Anyways, before his last breath leaves his body, his decapitated head bites a wounded Kageyama who has tried to come there to his defense. He's too late, and he watches his, the model of everything he wants to be die in front of him. And yet when the antagonists have left the scene and the head of the crime boss bites Kageyama, he instantly takes upon himself the attributes that was crime boss. See, nobody knew he was a vampire. But once Kageyama becomes a vampire, well then this whole world they live in is literally going to be turned upside down. The Yakuza is going to be on the defense for once. The civilians, as they are labeled, as there is going to be a population explosion of vampires. And sort of overshadowing all of this, of course, is this impending apocalypse. by the entrance of this really weird character, the ultimate terrorist, as is said in the movie, who is to bring the end. Yet Kageyama is really supposed to be, or I guess sort of, I don't know, this is going to be really weird to say because I don't know if it fits, but our Christ-like savior who is going to rise to the occasion to meet this impending doom. But first, he's got to get through a couple other antagonists who show up on the scene. This clergyman who's like an assassin, this clergyman, and Mad Dog, who's sort of like his assassin, I guess. It's weird. It is so weird. But these two show up, and their job is to take down this cry boss, because I guess it's an inside job, and the captain's lady who wants to take over. They think it's just going to be an easy ascension in light of the absence, but what they don't realize is he's a vampire, and he's passed this on, and Kageyama will rise to the occasion. And man, Takashi knows how, even in a film that is so heavy laden imagery over the mechanics of plot, and sometimes you can get lost from going scene to scene and go, what did I just watch? It's I don't know, man. It's freaking beautiful, man. The one who brings impending doom, who's going to bring the apocalypse, is one who is the ultimate terrorist, who is dressed in a frog uniform. He is the Frog Man. And I'm telling you, the imagery seems like, if you've never seen this movie, it seems like there is no way on this planet this could possibly work, and it works beautifully. That is Takashi Miike, man. What he puts to film and lay, he is an artist, he is a painter, he is an incredible force to be reckoned with when it comes to the creation of his imagination onto film, I guess. If you've never seen this movie, and you're sort of kind of new to Takashi Miike, or really new to Takashi, I don't know if this is the perfect movie to segue into. It's on Amazon for like Blu-ray for like $12. I say this movie looks so freaking beautiful. It's worth every freaking dollar of that $12 to have it on Blu-ray. In fact, if I can ever see this thing on 4K, I'll freaking snatch it. It's just a beautiful film to look at, man. The end sort of leaves a lot wide open, which is really cool, because I don't know how you could show that and it work, but I guess that if anyone could do it, Takashi Miike could do it. But anyways, Dollar Tree, real quick before my time completely evaporates. Just 3 that I have randomly picked up at Dollar Tree, with slipcovers, some of them. We Are Still Here, one of the greatest low budget but independent horror films in the last 10 years or so. This movie's freaking fantastic. Now, I didn't buy this particular one in the Dollar Tree, but I picked one up just like it for my son in the Dollar Tree that had the slipcover. The Eyes of My Mother, freaking fantastic freaking movie. Slipcover, found this in the Dollar Tree. And of course, who doesn't freaking love Troll Hunter? Picked this up in the Dollar Tree. Like I said, I got about 30 in my collection. And this is a relatively new pickup. This definitely mandates multiple viewings, man. Multiple viewings. It is a movie that is, there's 3 key, the choreography of the martial arts scenes are just absolutely freaking out of this world. Now, I'm no expert on this stuff. Someone may watch it and go, but I don't think so, man. This is freaking awesome. There are 3 major fight scenes. One that involves the clergyman and Angus, I think. And the other one involves the Mad Dog and Kageyama. And then, of course, there is one between Kageyama and the Frogman. And 3 really awesome. There's fighting galore in this movie. I don't know, man. Every time I watch a Takashi film, I always get this sense that he's got a real pulse on humanity. He just knows how to tap in. I'm just thinking of 13 Assassins. He just knows how to tap in a weird way, man. He is a great philosopher, man, when it comes to just laying out images and allowing each frame to tell its own story in some really kind of wild way. But anyways, Yakuza Apocalypse, Dollar Tree Horror Week or Theme Week, not Label Week, Theme Week. Have you been to the Dollar Tree? Have you ever picked up anything from the Dollar Tree? What's the best score you've ever picked up in the Dollar Tree? If you have one, put it down below in the comment section. I'm really curious to know about it. If you're not and you've ever thought about it, now I'm going to tell you, you may walk in and not find a thing. You may walk out with 6, 7 movies in your hand. It just really sort of depends. But of course, those of us who collect and aren't about doing this, we know that. That's the nature of the hunt, right? You may find something, you may not find something. But here we're week 431. It is, again, the emphasis is on Dollar Tree horror, and something you ought to give some consideration to if you have not. But if you have and you've been rewarded, drop it down, man. I want to read about it. Tell me the best single find you've ever found in the Dollar Tree. I'm really curious to know. Bills play tonight. With big thanks to Cincinnati for giving us the opportunity to take this AFC Championship game back home to Buffalo. If we can just beat the Chiefs tonight, man, looking forward to that. Hopefully, we always end these things off, man. Go Bills.
This is not a dream.